dräcka vart New Irlandum att väga rjöda och att lacka och sunger väl hölver kommun Framsveipum med bitterljura Västerstrande ain't so cute Snörsnodda framkom att mitt nutsbåt är laugarvela Hav och mjukar sens
Hello everybody and welcome to another 3B Radio actual play live stream event, I'm calling it. We are back after a hiatus that is entirely unnecessarily long and hugely a pain in the ass. The only thing you've gotten to see from us for a little bit now is Conqueror's Blade. But tonight we come back to what started it all, the original the original show, Land of Ice and Snow. We've had a couple of changes to the cast. We've had a couple of changes to characters. Oh, Stewie, I forgot to change your character's name. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. We had a couple of changes to characters. We've had a couple of changes to the crew. However, we also have 2 crew missing right now. So, you know, we'll play this as it goes along. Before I get into what's actually going on, Stewie, what do you mean? Where's the D&D character sheets? I don't know how anything works. I am technologically illiterate. Okay, but I'm watching it on my cell phone. Okay. Okay. But the point is, can you see it? I'll fix that. Very good. I love it. All right, so I'm glad that works. I will. I'll get everyone else up there this week now that I know it's actually working, because there's nothing I hate more than working when it doesn't work. I would. That's not supposed to be on there, but that's fine. I don't know. Hold on. Julio, say something.
Something.
Julio's working. Colin? Oh man, they changed the way this thing works now. Clanker, thank you for pointing that out so that I can fix it. This is what happens when programs update when I'm not looking. All right.
Please regale us more with your dulcet tones.
Okay, Stewie, try now. Now I can't get you to say anything? Okay, yes I do. Hold on, here we go. Well, because the way Skype used to work is that it would run all of your sounds through one person, and so I would end up with a ton of echo. All right. Try now, Stewie.
A Scotsman clad in kilt left to bar one evening fair.
Well, because the way Skype used to work is that it would run. I'm listening to it on my phone to see if it comes through, but there's a delay.
I heard it.
And so I would end up with a ton of echo.
Yeah, I heard myself on Twitch, so I just muted it.
All right. Try now, Stewie.
A Scotsman clad.
Perfect. All right. Clanker, you are a lifesaver. Thank you so much. That would have sucked to do the entire night and not have that done up properly. And normally I would have done a recording, but I'm so used to everything just working the way it should that I absolutely didn't, and that's silly of me. Okay, so before we get into character introductions, we are going to go into channel information. So, first of all, thank you guys for watching. Tonight is Land of Ice and Snow, which is our D&D 5th edition story, set in an alternate history 11th century, where our heroes are attempting to rid the world of a cult attempting to bring around Fimbulwinter. If Vlad was here, he would tell you that he thinks it's a very short-sighted plan because there are no crops in winter. However, he doesn't think about magic. Magni is doing this strictly because he doesn't mind Fimbulwinter coming. He just wants what comes after more.
Yeah. That's important.
The channel does a variety of different games. We used to do Infinity. We have one-offs for Star Trek Adventures. We're going to be having an Avatar: The Last Airbender one-off coming up in the not-too-distant future. And we also have a Game of Thrones game that is currently on hiatus but should be back in January. On top of all that, we also have a household in Conqueror's Blade, which is a medieval PvP MMO, which if you guys want, you guys can absolutely join us on there and just hang out and mess around. On top of all that, we also have merch devoted to all of our different types of things. We have t-shirts, we have mugs, we have hoodies, awesome canvas arts of everyone's favorite Jotun. And I think that's about all we've got on that. So let's go ahead and get started with character introductions while we continue to wait with bated breath to see if Sergio or Davies is going to join us. For character introductions today, let's go ahead and start off and remind everyone who everyone's favorite Babylonian businessman is. Kasim.
Hey everybody, I'm Julio and I will be playing Kasim. All around great guy, great businessman, a wonderful dude to be around, and a wonderful guy to work for. Because in the many industries, the many pies in which he has fingers, they're all prosperous and they're all fantastic. He used to run with a not so savory crowd once upon a time, but times have changed. He is running with a much more savory crowd currently. And
Cardin
he's
thinks
making his way in the world. Like Cardin, yeah, Cardin, who is very savory. Or so Neferetze has said. Kasim has decided that it's probably bad for business if Fimbulwinter happens, and therefore he is cooperating with everybody in getting things done, while at the same time, and growing his real estate, banking, etc., business. And yeah, that's one day he will build an organization large enough to bend entire nations to his will.
All right, perfect. Next up, we're going to go with Ashlyn.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, but did the thing change to the that amphitheater thing for anybody else?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, is that what caused this nonsense? Cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I like when things go... I like when there's an easy reason to explain to me why everything's going stupid. Oh,
Yeah.
Also,
Davey is
Serge
joined.
needs a Skype invite.
I sent him the link on Facebook.
Send it to him on... Here, I got it.
I was trying to figure out how to do it without saying anything, but I couldn't figure it out. Danke.
That's fine. All right. Oh my God. Every
We like Sergio.
Welcome
'cause he's
back,
cute.
everyone. We have all the growing pains of a major Twitch retailer, as well as trying to organize everyone for D&D.
So I like the fact that we all of a sudden have everybody's screens have changed locations again and again. Megan, did you turn off your camera?
No.
Davius, did you turn off your camera?
He's very small. I can see him still.
The real reason is that this is why you guys come here and watch us, right? It's because Davius, I don't even see your
Yeah,
camera.
for the
comedy. For the comedy.
comedy.
It's like that one movie, The Money Pit, where everything goes wrong.
Oh my God! Normally we're pretty good about
Ouch.
this. No, that's Megan.
That's me.
That is you. I don't need you.
Aw.
That's all of you. That's still Megan.
You're welcome.
Megan, why do you... Oh, there we go. Davius, you're actually on as yourself.
That's the problem. We don't know who he is.
Yes, I'm trying.
Okay. So why? Oh, why? Could be. Let's try this. So, for future reference, why I ask that we get on at 7:30 is so that everything that breaks can break before I'm live.
I'm sorry. Everyone's favorite did not want to cooperate today. I apologize for that.
That's fine.
It's all good.
All
She's
right,
the best.
I've got everyone working again, and we didn't lose any viewers in that nonsense. Thank you everybody for being patient. I appreciate it. Ashlyn, Megan, go ahead. Tell us about yourself.
My Twitch account was suspended for no reason.
What do you mean your Twitch account was suspended for no reason?
It was suspended. I'm trying to log in, and then I remembered that I got a notification that my Twitch account was suspended for language or something, but I don't talk to anyone on Twitch, so thanks.
I totally believe that you
so-
told someone off.
I didn't consciously.
All right, Megan, let us know about you.
My character is Ashlyn, and she is a half-elf druid from the Celtic lands, and in the Celtic lands, the elves are fairies. They're the she. And she was kept in her father's Celtic druid clan, where they basically kept her from wandering out of the forest by telling her that elves eat babies and other fun things.
Now, they eat other fun things, or they told her other fun things?
Both. Children's stew.
Children's. Ashlyn has spent the
That's what
last
kept her
year of
between
us
the
playing
walls.
this game trying to find proof of elven cannibalism, and it has not happened yet.
It's not elven cannibalism. They eat humans. It's humanoids.
Fair.
Just because they're humanoids doesn't mean it's cannibalism.
All right.
So anyway, the point is, elves are jerks and are doing nothing to alleviate her concerns in any of her experiences, and they keep accusing her of stealing her family heirloom sword that her mother gave her before she left, because she was sent away, far, far away, to the great cold place, with these people, criminals and paladins of weird ice gods. And yeah,
All right.
it's really scary
I want to know who the
and
criminal is.
off-putting.
Criminal.
Kasim's a criminal.
Who? What? What? Who?
Delvin is sometimes a criminal.
I'm a legitimate businessman, I'll have you know.
I think you need to be aware that laws exist to be a criminal, which means Delvin is right out.
You know what? You're right.
All right, so next up,
Kasim's a careful
we're actually going to
criminal.
go up with Ogmagny, Colin,
Ooh.
who, by the
Well.
way, has decided to rock a fabulous beard in our time that we've been apart.
Yes. It grows in quickly
is?
sometimes. So yes, I am Colin. I am playing Ogmagny Krakenbreaker, and I have a whole title that we've worked out because he needs one. He is Ogmagny Krakenbreaker, the Jotun of the Storm Storm Lords. He is known as the Worm Slayer, the Ogre Smasher, the Crusher of Armies, the Hammer of Traitors, the Extinguisher of Muspelheim. He is the Slaughterer of Goblins, the Hero of Orphans, the Chosen of Thor, and the wielder of the newest, bestest, greatest hammer there is, aptly named Giant's Bane. He's here to get as much glory as he possibly can, so that he can ascend to godhood and fight alongside the gods at Ragnarok. And that's why these giants got to be stopped, because they want to stop Ragnarok from happening, and that is rude, and I don't appreciate that.
I like it. Ogmagny has decided that he needs to be the next Thor, because, you know, Ragnarok happens, Thor goes away, Ogmagny takes over.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
It's cyclical, it's fine. Alright, so next up we have Stewie, who is no longer playing Neferetset, but is in fact playing...
As much as I enjoyed Neferetset, the Seeker of Knowledge, unfortunately I have decided that it is time for her to stay at this ghostly elven village to commence her research, as I believe she would truly enjoy, and move on to play an Igor of Clan Igor. And someone is echoing, and it's really throwing me off.
Sergio, you got a fan in the background. Please turn it off. Your fan is on. Please turn it off.
Oh man, we're gonna have to put him on push to talk.
That's good.
I hear you.
That's good.
But we also hear us.
Yeah, do you have a headset, Serge?
Or you can just turn down whatever. Like, I don't have like I'm on chat, I mean on 3D on Twitch. I don't have it making noise. I also can't figure out how to keep the freaking background again.
You might have opened up as a web applet, which means that it does not work.
I went through the Skype app because I can't use I can't be out. We don't need to get sued.
Fair. Still making. Please continue, Stewie.
Okay. For the moment, I'm muting Surge so I can concentrate on what I'm saying because I can't hear and speak at the same time. Now it's somewhere else.
The question is
Regardless.
Is it showing up on Twitch? Davey
don't
says no.
I don't know. I
Go
have
ahead.
Twitch muted because I also can't hear myself. Igor is what could be called a patchwork man. Not many people can help how they are made, but it's obvious from the stitching all over his body and face and the multiple blotches of different colored skin that Igor tried. His left eye is green with a brown right eye. He has stitching around his left wrist, but not the right. And if asked about the very specific stitching, he will inform anyone that's curious that he inherited his grandfather's hands. The right of which went to his father, as is only correct. Also, I can't unmute Surge because I don't have permissions in the Skype.
I can also not unmute him. He needs to unmute himself.
Okay. Danke.
Davius, your camera is not on you. Megan, I can only see from your nose up.
I can't see Megan at all. I got her background picture, like her little.
Okay, I see Megan. Sergio, it is your turn to introduce your character. Kiev. That's not copyright there. All right. Gregor is a wizard who will be replacing Neferetzet as their. It is very distracting to hear myself. As the seeker of the arcane. All right. Next up, Davius, please introduce yourself. I think he froze.
I agree with the fact that he froze.
All right, we'll come back. Delvin is a furbolg who changes shape and is difficult to pin down exactly what he looks like. You'd think that a 6.5-foot tall green person would be easy to remember, but Delvin's form shifts as easily as his understanding of personal property. While he continuously denies the fact that he's a rogue or a thief of any sort, other people's property being in his pockets goes against that concept. He was kicked out of his tribe for no real good reason. He is now wandering about trying to learn the world. And I don't even know what just happened.
Neither do I.
Davies happened. Alright, that's fine. Davies, you turned off your camera?
Nope. It got turned off. I didn't do it on purpose.
All right, that's fine. I introduced you. We are ready to move on. Hopefully, we have not burned through all of the goodwill that our audience has. Davius and Sergio, meet me after class, and I will teach you guys how to use backgrounds. But for tonight, I am not worried about that. Okay, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, a slightly different party of 6, had walked into a beautiful elven temple that had clearly seen better days. The cracked marble floors were covered in ivies, and floating through the air were spirits of many different natures. Across the way in a dais was an elven woman, and she looked upon you and she said, "My pet and I will end you." And just before this happens, Vlad looks to Ashlyn, unclasps his cloak of protection, hands it to her, and he says, "Your ancestors don't seem to like you. This may help." The party charges forward, the dragon flies down, and all around you, time seems to slow. Parries happen, attacks go on. Ogmagny smites the dragon out of spite for his DM.
It was gonna happen.
Slowly, Vlad begins to become more and more ethereal as bites begin being taken out of him, and you guys hear unearthly howling of wolves throughout everything. More time passes, and the fight seems to be going in your direction, and all of a sudden, the dragon bursts into a spray of light. The elven ancestor falls to the floor, clutching a shattered orb around on the floor, and it begins to weep. And you guys see that the building you were in is now covered in snow. Vlad has disappeared, and in his place is a tall Russian man in fine silk clothing that has burn holes in several places. Thanks, Davius. Also, that new subscriber emote, for those of you who didn't see it, is fucking sweet. A man in beautiful silk robes with burn marks trailing smoke, and next to him a patchwork man with different color eyes, slightly limping, whose first words are, "Master, I'm not sure that worked the way you intended it to." And this is where we're going to begin. In the meantime, I will go ahead and do something that I forgot to do, which is make tokens for my new players. So this is RP time, so tell me, what are you guys doing?
Looking around for Vlad.
Ogmagny would definitely be a little surprised by this, and you're not the one from before. Just
Ogmagny, you get the sense that both of these people are slightly undead.
Oh God! Why?
Yeah, you don't see Delvin. Like he gone.
Delvin has decided that he has other things to worry about.
In Igor's defense, he is not undead in any way, shape, or form. I don't know what you mean by slightly. Yeah.
So
no.
Pointing my hammer at them, Ogmagny's going to announce, "What have you done with the pale one? The other pale one, not you."
Sir, I'm very sorry, but I believe that you do seem to be mistaken. There is no other pale one, as you can see. There's just myself and the master.
No, he looks like the other one, but it's different.
Oh, a different someone. Well, sir, I'm very sorry. I don't believe I know who you are speaking of. Was there someone standing here when we appeared?
Yes. That's why I'm in a bit of a shock right
Igor's
now.
gonna look up at Gregor and be like, "Well, sir, I told you, if someone's here, I wouldn't know what would occur. That's your line of work, I believe."
This is all mildly inconvenient.
It's very surprising, sir. We weren't expecting someone to be standing here. As a matter of fact, I believe we were looking for a different time and place. What year is it?
It is actually 1066. The winter of 1066.
We should go straight to England.
Well, I believe
Out of character.
we may have gone parallel as opposed to forward or backwards, sir. It's very unfortunate. I told you we should have used real diamonds. The citrines didn't work very well.
I'm gonna. Ogmagny's gonna look over at Old Man River over here because I don't think he's got. It's like.
We have not.
Are you seeing?
We have
this?
not yet fixed.
Just-
No, you guys have not yet fixed. Poor.
Kasim.
Or Old Man.
Poor
Poor
old man Kasim.
Kasim like stares. I'm going to need glasses. This is terrible. Pulls out his tally. He figures out that his accounts are squared with Vlad, and he says, "Well, yes, I am seeing this.
So
As far as I am concerned, welcome to our lovely company."
Did you break out the contract?
Funeral
If you will-
expenses. Funeral
you will sign
expenses,
here.
if required.
hold on, because they just appeared out of nowhere. One of our party members decided to. Do you mean us any harm? Pointing his hammer at you.
I like the idea that no one is concerned by the fact that it has snowed several inches in the short time that you guys were.
It happens.
That's
Why
probably
do
the least alarming
Elven-
thing that's happened so far.
Yes,
He's trying to
honestly,
figure out what the hell's going on.
I am a bit taken aback by this recent events, and clearly my cognitive ability has not caught up to the moment. I am old, as you can possibly see.
Also, you guys were also just fighting the
Lady that was gonna fix Kasim.
lady that was going to fix
Yeah.
Kasim, and she is now sitting there crying.
Oh, I thought that she had evaporated with the dragon.
Nope.
Ashlyn is going to go try to talk to the lady.
Okay, so you walk over. You hadn't noticed. Sorry, you hadn't noticed previously, but the elf looks a lot like your mom.
Well,
So you can go ahead
this
and
is
move
the
yourself.
creepiest thing that's happened yet.
You can go ahead and move yourself over. She is standing right over by the. By the statue,
Like in the center,
like in the center.
where the moon is.
Yes. Is it not changing on your screen?
Yes. She's over by the moon. Oh, she's the statue behind the moon?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna move the screen.
No,
around and
she's
see if
by
that
the
happens.
pillar.
Because now roll 20 is being stupid.
It might be me because I closed my computer lid.
No,
Roll
that's
20
fine.
had a
It's
heart
roll 20.
attack.
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
20's having a heart attack. It's fine. I'm refreshing roll 20 now, but that's fine. She's over there. You wander up and you see that she is holding shards in her hands, and she is crying to herself. And she says, "That shouldn't have been possible. An orb of dragonkind is a legendary artifact. Destroying it would have killed us all."
Well, I really hope we're not dead.
That is a
She looks
plausible
at you,
explanation.
and like burning embers in her eyes, you for a moment see the banshee that you were just fighting. She goes, "Well, nice for you not to be dead, isn't it?"
Sorry.
It doesn't
wanna
seem like it
hug?
has slowed you down much.
Yes, Sergio, you can hear what they're saying. They are just a handful of feet ahead of you, 30 to 40 feet.
Ashlyn will.
No, you heard me.
And us.
You heard me
us.
say that destroyed a. You heard me say that he, and she points at Ogmagny angrily, destroyed a powerful magical artifact with the intention of killing me.
Ashlyn's gonna sit down next to her and see if she'll let her like hold her hand or something. Say, I'm sorry. He destroys a lot of things. I'm sorry.
I'm
Delvin
not the one
wandering around
that
trying to
got a
find.
ghost dragon to try to kill
No,
us.
nobody asked Ogmagny. We're only flinging accusations right now. Please be quiet.
Yes, you are, in fact. Yes, just like the rest of you.
Well, it seems to me that everyone's having a bit of an upset. Why don't I go outside and find a teapot and some teas? I'll go ahead and get a campfire started for everyone. We can all have a nice little sit down and discuss what's going on.
That sounds lovely, actually. It's rather cold.
Of course, Master. You let
Oh.
me know if you need anything. And then Igor's gonna walk outside and start collecting things to make a camp.
Delvin's looking for Grandma.
So Igor walks out. Delvin follows him. Do you let him know you know where to find tea?
No, I'm not talking to this dude. I don't know him. I'm going to
Okay.
find Grandma.
All right. Okay. Igor, give me a perception check, please. Delvin, give me a stealth check, please.
Okay, I'll give you another one.
Okay. Igor, you do not notice it, but you do start like picking up herbs. You notice that it's a very well appointed botanical garden right next to the this temple.
Oh, very nice.
Delvin, you're on your way to Grandma. Are you also going to go get tea, or just
I just
doing
want
other
to
thing?
she's okay. I'm trying to figure out
Okay.
what happened to her.
Okay, as you're walking through, you see that time has clearly passed since you guys started this fight, and not like the 10 minutes that should have passed, but like months.
Oh god.
Also, I lay in lantern next to
Like,
myself,
yeah.
by the way.
Also, Delvin is pretty confused by all this fucking snow. Like, it doesn't snow in the jungle.
Well, you're not from the jungle. You're from Ireland.
Okay.
You know snow.
It probably snows in
know
Irish
snow.
forests. Yeah, it probably snows in Irish forests.
Okay, so Ashlyn, you are sitting with your ancestor who is crying and like running her hands through this glass, which, by the way, is the most ineffective thing you've ever seen, because not only is it tons of shards of glass, but she's primarily ethereal, so she's missing half of them anyway.
That's very sad.
Ogmagny, what are you doing?
Well, since no one seems to care that our old vampire blew up and this new, better dressed one, sorry, is here, the little one shambled away. I apparently am not allowed to fight ghost dragons because, oh no, we upset another ghost. I am going for a walk then. I'm leaving as well, since...
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check as you walk out.
Alright.
I mean, I don't think there's any way you're going to see Delvin, but...
Yeah. Where's my perception at on this stuff?
Yeah, Gaines, we managed to get Sergio to join up with us. And he was almost on time.
Oh, wow.
For the... Wow. Wow. As an aside, I am very close to fucking stopping using Skype if it wasn't for the fact that it's the best way to get your boxes fucking about the screen.
I mean,
How bad
yes.
is Roll20?
also,
Roll20 does not let me move them around at all. They would have to be at the bottom of the screen, which is a shit show.
Facts.
Discord doesn't let me move them around either. Microsoft Teams does, but Bill Gates wants money.
So you could also talk to Roleplay Games,
So-
because the game that we run with him, he does it through Discord. And I'm not sure how he gets everyone's boxes in the right place.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Roleplay Games is Kid Dave, right?
Roleplay Games is Kid Dave.
Hey, Dave.
I rolled a 20.
Yes, we are on Twitch here. Okay, so Magni, you rolled a 20. You do not see Delvin, but you do see Igor picking plants and putting them in his satchel
With a lantern.
with a lantern, because you do not have dark vision.
I have the goggles.
You have dark vision. He does not.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do I notice, as we were talking about before, do I notice that there's a lot more snow than should be here right
Okay,
now?
there was no snow when the fight started, and there is ankle-deep snow now.
Hmm.
And there was no snowing during your fight.
Okay, so Kasim, Ashlyn, new guy.
So, you guys see Ogmagny walk out and then walk back in.
Is there something wrong,
So-
sir? Where'd he go?
He went on a
So,
very fast walk.
You know how there was no snow when we got here? Yeah, it's up to my knees now.
Ankles. Ankles?
Well, your knees, my no.
We all know that Ogmagny does nothing if not exaggerate.
Fair.
Yeah,
We're all gonna walk out expecting it to be up to our heads.
yeah. Well, it might be.
So,
I think.
So,
there's
who
something going
follows
on here.
Ogmagny? Who follows Ogmagny out? Okay. Gregor, when you walked into the Temple of Mobius in fucking Rome, it was spring of 1066. You walk outside now, you are clearly not in Rome anymore, and it is winter. Igor, you noticed this, but you knew it was much more important to get tea.
Yeah, it's priorities.
So, what's your name, anyways?
Are you asking?
I'm asking the Dampier that followed me out.
Okay.
Because he's the one who's standing next to me, so I'm like, well, since nobody seems to care that somebody just appeared out of thin air, like, alright, what's your name?
Magni looks at Gregor, and who are you?
Well, I'm Ogmagny Krakenbreaker, you probably heard of me. And I shake him back, and with that, I have to do my obligatory check. Where's it at here? It's been a while, sorry.
Are you detecting evil on the new guy?
Yes, of course I'm detecting the new people that are here. Jesus, they popped out of thin air and one of our guys disappeared. I'm the only one who keeps saying this, and everybody's like, nah, it happened. I'm like,
I'm surprised
Stranger
this is
things
taking
has
this
happened.
long.
Gregor, you are not actually evil, right? Okay. Okay. Ogmagny, you sense a vague miasma of evil surrounding him, but that he himself is not evil.
alright, I can accept that.
But he is undead, vaguely.
Oh, God. That's what the smell is.
No,
No, you are
Dampier?
definitely.
You're half
A
undead.
Dampier is definitely undead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, but you still have the vague miasma of undeath, as you've been alive for hundreds of years. Ren.
You know, not as bad as the last one, so...
Right. He smells different than Vlad.
Okay, so, it's alright.
It's like a diet
So-
blood. Which
Diet.
is weird, because blood was a
weren't here
diet
before.
vampire.
You weren't here before. We were fighting a bunch of ghosts. Happens, you know. There was no snow here. Do you notice anything peculiar about there not being snow here 10 minutes ago?
Okay, real quick.
Okay.
Uh,
So I can, first of all, Love the enthusiasm about destroying evil temples. I'm all about that. I agree with you. Nice idea.
Okay, real quick,
Also-
time out. Everybody minimize Skype and do not look at it again. Do not touch it. Do not breathe on it. Do not think about it. Because every time you move Skype for any reason, it shifts all my cameras. Okay.
But that's how I see you guys.
You don't need to see me. Go look on Twitch.
I can't.
Okay.
Twitch doesn't work 90% of the time.
All right, please continue.
Like right now, I'm spinning on Twitch. I don't have actual.
I don't know. That's fine. You don't need to see me from right now. I will find a better program, Davius. I promise. Go ahead, Colin. Continue.
So, like I was saying, the gods spoke to me for a second there. Said something about Twitch or whatever that means. Happens. Anyways, love the enthusiasm, destroying evil temples, sacrificing yourself to do so. Don't get me wrong. I love that. I'm all about that. Maybe we can do that in the future. Awesome bro content, right? Anyways, this wasn't here. And he motions to the snow. This wasn't here before you arrived. You're in the north. The greatest part of the world. What are we talking about? No, north of that. No, I'm north of that. I'm pretty sure.
To be fair,
pretty sure
Kiev is the only place that is the same amount of north as the Northland.
We're going to be comparing norths the entire campaign. No. There's literal land of ice and snow. It's in the name. Okay.
Hey, he said the name of the show.
South is Kiev, actually, because, you know, the Russian lands wrap around the Nordic lands.
So technically, I'm north, but
and south.
It's not a
and west.
It's not a north measuring contest, okay?
Look, let's not bicker and argue over who north to.
Yeah, we're both north. Let's just say that we're equally north. The rest of them aren't, but. Well, I can't answer that because, anyways, this much snow would not happen in 10 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to pause you guys there so you can keep thinking.
I am old and I should not be.
He's old. Yeah,
That-
but you were like
that
that
happened
before. Yeah, you got yelled at by a
Yes.
ghost.
Well,
The Banshee looks up and she says, "Does no one care that he broke my orb?"
frankly, no.
I care. I'm sitting right here.
Not really.
I don't think we can piece it back together.
Okay, at this point, she looks at you and she goes, "You are a half-breed, but you're clearly related to me."
I see it.
That's rude.
Can you please tell me?
I'm
It's
used
in
to
the
it.
jaw. The jawline. It's
Yes,
the
yes,
jawline.
Can you please tell me why you came to try and kill me?
No one's trying to kill you. We heard that your dragon pet was scaring the other ghosts.
For the record, that's not what you heard.
That is what we heard. They are terrified of her and her dragon ghost.
You heard that she had gone mad.
Yeah, well, that's kind of rude to say to people.
She just called you a half-breed.
Yeah, well, I'm used to it. Ashlyn is a lot less angry than Megan. Shut up.
She says, "My dragon has been with me since we died."
One quick question: How do we fix Julio again?
She can fix Julio.
She can fix Julio. That's why we have to be nice to her.
Right. What is it that was needed to fix Julio? It wasn't
I
lesser
wanna say-
restoration, right?
No, I want to say it was greater restoration, but I will double check.
Yeah. I think it's greater restoration.
I will double check.
As you were saying,
It wasn't even a banshee, by the way, that did this to you. It's just a regular ass ghost.
I'm not gonna make him feel bad by saying a regular ghost did this to him.
Greater
I'm going to play
restoration.
it up.
Yep.
that's terrible.
I'm also having the issue where my roll 20 had a conniption, and so I have the, you know.
Mhm.
Anyway, okay, so she looks at you all and she says, "If." She looks at the wizard and the staff, and she says, "Can you make this whole again?" Orb of Dragonkind. You know that there is no way that Ogmagni, as mighty as he is, smashed an Orb of Dragonkind with his bare hands.
I could see it.
Well, I didn't use my bare hands.
I mean, he probably could in his bare
I
hands.
would.
He doesn't have wild shape. He can't have bare hands.
So he definitely
He
tried.
holds up a pair of bare
Uh,
hands. Like a bear.
Also, in regards to context to Surge, you know that Igor is an expert at magical apparatuses.
Yes, you are fully aware of the fact that it's an artifact. Uh, at this point, Delvin, you get to Granny's house. When you walk into Granny's house, you see Declan sitting with Granny drinking tea.
Are you guys okay?
Declan looks at you and he says, "Holy shit! I've been looking for you for months."
Yeah, about that.
For those of you who don't remember, did I not put a picture up of Declan?
You did. I don't know where it is now though. Shoot.
I don't know either. Well, that's fine. So for those of you who don't remember, Declan was a tattooed Celtic druid who had been following the party around for some time. He says, "Where have you been?"
Delvin left us into the most ADHD description of where he's been for the last 2 days that you have ever heard in your life. It's like worse than talking to me normally.
So I imagine this shit being like Olaf's retelling of the Disney movies. For those of you who have not seen it, it is on Disney
Beautiful.
Plus, and it's fucking amazing. It's only 11 minutes long, and you get to watch 4 Disney movies.
Okay.
All the time you need.
So Delvin says all of this. Declan says, "Take me to Ashlyn."
Okay, has Granny spoken up and that she's okay?
Oh yeah,
and everybody...
Granny is like serving tea, and she's like, "You don't need to leave so quickly. It's rare that I get such handsome company."
That's my primary focus. I give him directions
Okay.
and point, but I'm checking on her and her kid and her son and making sure that the house is good and the cats and everybody is okay.
Yeah, you're there. Everyone is fine because 6 months is not a huge deal.
Are they still ghostly? Can I like poke her? I'm like,
You poke her. She finds it moderately rude and gives you a withering stare and some sort of Downton Abbey style snark, but then serves you some tea.
like, are you still? Did we do the thing?
Nope.
Are you okay?
We're still dead.
Okay.
But
You're okay though.
we're okay. Thank you. You're such a sweet boy. I'm sure you write to your mother all the time.
If I knew where she was, I would. And then I kind of. So now, ADHD brain wandering back off. Well, I'm gonna go back to the. And I'll get her. She gets the explanation that there's 2 random new dudes, and one of our dudes is gone.
Okay.
I don't know how much I did. I probably didn't put a lot of detail in that when I told the original story, but
You say it again and let her know. All right, I like it.
yeah. And then gonna wander back.
Okay.
She's got the orb is broke. It's on the ground. She thinks Ogmagny did it. He didn't do it. I don't know who did it, but it's broke. Dragon gone. Our dudes are gone. We got new dudes. I'm gonna go see what's going on.
I like that. I
And
like she
kinda
thinks
want-
Magni did it. He didn't do it.
And then we wander back.
Okay, as you wander back, Kasim, the ghost elf looks at you all and she says, "If you help me, I will help you."
What would you like help with?
I would like an understanding of why my orb has broken. A secondary understanding would be nice of how you ended up with my sword.
My sword. My sword. My mother gave it to me. It's mine.
Mine?
Mine.
She says, before that sword was ever enchanted, and before the families split between Alfar and she, that sword was mine.
All right. Well, it's mine now. Thank you.
I'm not trying to take your sword.
Well, you're the first elf I've spoken to who hasn't.
She looks at Gregor. Are all young ones so possessive? So at this point, she looks at Kasim. She's like, "Well, you're not young."
By your standards, I might be.
Poor Kasim.
Okay, guys. As you guys are talking, a giant cave bear with tattoo markings all over his fur breaks in the door and charges in. I'm going to reposition.
Oh.
I'm going to reposition you guys so that we can deal with this real quick. Who's missing here? Where the fuck is our Magni?
I'm at the door.
He walked off.
I appreciate that you guys actually walked yourselves off. That's
You told me to.
I like it. All right, that's fine. Magni's here. Delvin is not. Kasim is here. Herbert is not here at the moment.
He is not.
Hey, look what I got.
Does my character sheet reflect that I'm level 7 yet?
I don't know. Did you make your character level 7?
I did, but I don't know if it worked because it didn't let me pick spells.
You might not have gotten new spells at 7. There's no
I
guarantee.
thought I did, but
All right, so a giant bear charges
I just
in
want to overlevel.
and sees the 5 of you. And I would like initiative rolls, please.
Also, everything's black for me, Izzy.
Really?
Yep.
Refresh the page and see if it fixes it.
I've done it repeatedly.
Finally, killing things, what I'm good at.
Haha! I'm gonna get this bear.
Oh, it might be that I didn't give you vision. I didn't give you vision. I am sorry.
It's okay.
I feel like you're not gonna get to kill
I
the
am
bear,
sorry.
man.
Can you see now?
Yes.
Excellent. I like it.
I feel like you guys aren't gonna get to kill this bear. Just saying.
All right. So let's see. I got how many are you? There's 6. So 1, 2. I've only got 3. I've only got 3. I'm missing.
My character sheet won't load. Give me a minute.
I'm missing Gregor, and I am missing Ashlyn. Sergio, please remember to click on your token before you roll for initiative.
I swear to
Yes, click on your token and then roll for initiative. Still missing Ashlyn.
I did literally will not load my character sheet. I don't know what the problem is.
I will roll your initiative for you while you
Thanks.
figure it out.
I'm just gonna close this.
Oh, hey,
Like I said,
that sounds cool.
we're having all of the issues as if it was our first stream, even though it is our 29th.
29.
Really?
I don't know why Roll20 is being particularly slow tonight. It's very, very obnoxious.
Yeah.
Maybe Monday Night
Oops,
D&D is
sorry.
turning into a thing.
You know what? I believe it. I am not necessarily against the concept.
We did this.
All right. Regardless, I'm gonna. Ashland's gonna go last. That's fine.
Ow, rude.
All right. Come on. Descending order.
I can't even get to like.
I can't either. I am very close to switching from Roll20 to one of the other ones. Magni, you're first because I can actually do math in my head. I don't necessarily need to do it for me.
Oh, there's a big cave bear that wants to fight me.
There is, in fact, a big cave bear that wants to fight me.
Well, then I'm not going to be rude and not oblige it. So, a chart. Go on in there, see about giving the old razzle dazzle.
Give him the old razzle dazzle.
Gotta test out this new hammer on something other than a ghost.
Poor ghosts.
If it wants to. Is it going through? Eh? Is it gonna work?
Did you click?
Yeah, I
I
clicked
don't know.
it.
Actually, about halfway there, Delvin's gonna realize he probably should bring Grandma to try and fix things. So he's gonna go back and get her.
It's not. No, now Roll20's giving me the issues.
Dude, Okay, I'm also reloading.
Is that?
Alright, did you see what you rolled, Colin?
It's not rolling. Like it.
Alright, roll an actual d20.
Okay.
I'm sure you have I'm sure you have one nearby.
Well, here.
I still have the dragon on my freaking screen.
Now it's rolling dice.
Yeah, Roll20 is just
Is it gonna?
borked.
It is. Yeah. Hold on. If it wants to be like that.
It's not working at all.
If I roll lower on the D20 and that thing pops up, it's like you got a crit. I'm gonna be so mad. All right. So, see. That's a 10 plus my attack is a 7, so 17.
That will, in fact, hit the bear.
Okie dokie. And that's 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning. I'm going to smite it.
Fair. Can you smite non-evil things? I forget.
Yeah, you can smite anything. Let me get a 2d6. Hold on.
He's not doing well. We're in the ER. So her and Rona are at the ER.
I like that we're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Dice. Let's go.
Back in the ER in Tampa, waiting to see if the doc says nothing.
We're doing this old school. That was on backwards. So 2d6.
Okay, dale.
That is 2 6s. I'm not lying.
Okay.
6s plus 3 is 15. And this is 2d8 because I'm just doing the regular one. That's 10 more. So that's a total of 25.
Okay. So you hit the bear, do 25 damage to it, and the bear 100% Clint Eastwood no cells. Whap!
Oh, good. I'm gonna hit him again. That's a 2 plus a 7.
That will miss.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, this thing is just not working for me.
It looks like I got things working again over here. Gregor, you were supposed to be first, but it wasn't working, so... So you can go ahead and go now, Gregor. A baby spell? Okay. Okay, that's fair. A slipper? Okay, that's fair. Okay, go ahead. Jesus. And this lets you know how many hit dice you get to... Or is it hit points? But you also rolled an 8. So you only put to sleep 20 hit points worth of creatures?
Hit dice, I thought.
No, hit points.
Good point. Yeah.
I was wondering. I was thinking like sleep just got really good if it's fucking 5d8.
So you cast sleep on it, and the bear kind of like looks at you, and is not pleased with the concept that you tried to put it to sleep. It's a sleepy bear. Sleepy bear.
You didn't stretch.
All right, Igor.
All right, no one's been hurt. Everyone's trying to shoot this thing. So Igor is going to reach into a small pouch that he keeps on his left-hand side. He's going to take out a crossbow
Okay.
as his move action from his pouch,
Okay.
and he's going to shoot it. Does a 19 hit the bear?
A 19 does hit the bear.
All right, it takes 8 piercing damage.
Ah.
Well, sir, sometimes you need to go old-fashioned, as they say. Swap!
So the bolt pierces it, and the bear is moderately annoyed by the situation.
I would be too, sir.
I'm trying to remember what the bear could do, so give me just 1 second.
Fair things.
It does do bear things. All right, so the bear reaches out and is going to claw at Ogmagny. That's going to be a no. That's going to be a BAB of 3. BAB doesn't exist anymore, guys. So that's going to be an 18, so that's going to miss with the claw. But that's going to be a 22 with the bite. Magni, what's your armor class? I forget. All right.
18.
Oh, so the 18 did hit.
It popped up as a 12.
It is a
before, I
12,
thought.
but the bear has modifiers that none of you know about.
Oh,
So
okay.
go ahead and take 15 damage as the bear swats you across the head and then bites on your arm as you move. Ashlyn, you're up. You see that the bear is enraged, and Ashlyn, give me a perception check. Actually, all of you, go ahead and give me a perception check. I am looking for a 12.
Nope.
So Ashlyn and Igor.
Ashlyn and Igor, you see that there are spirits swirling around the bear. Ancient spirits.
Good for them.
Ashlyn, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Is this thing undead? I'm sorry, I don't want to jump in like that.
Not
but-
that you can tell.
Okay, no, I'm just saying because of smite purposes, because undead things take
Yes,
extra
no,
damage
not-
from smite.
not that you
Just
can tell.
sorry.
In case you have advantage.
In case you get
It's-
advantage.
In case you get advantage, it automatically rolls it. The first
Yeah.
one is the real one. Yep.
You only get to look at the second one if you had advantage.
Yep, that is correct. All right, Ashlyn, what are you doing? Come on. Acorn. No, go fight the bear toe to toe. You got this.
I see her lips moving.
I do. Megan, are you talking? Did you mute yourself?
Yeah, I'm muted. I muted myself on my headphones. I was gonna say that I was gonna ask our old Banshee lady, but you're like, not throw an acorn at it. So you know what? Moonbeam it is. We haven't gotten to use it, and Ashlyn's getting pretty impatient with the whole debacle. We're moonbeaming this magic bear.
We literally just went from the chancleta to the nuke. I want everyone to know that.
I can't put. Oh my god! Please, do it. Hold on. Let's see if that worked. Please, 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 please. Moonbeam. Moonbeam.
Beam.
Is Moonbeam an attack roll or is it a save for me?
I believe it's
I
a
think it's a
save,
save.
but now I don't know because I keep clicking on it and nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure it's a save because it literally just
Roll
comes
20
down
was
from
giving
the
me
sky.
issues too.
I just clicked on it like 7 times, so if it pops up 7 times, that's why.
Okay.
I think you're having the same issue I was having with my rolls.
All right, that's
My
fine.
rolling ability, I should say.
Do you want me to paste it in there for you?
Yes, please, and thank you.
I got you.
Paste it into the Discord. Into the. Oh, there we go.
There it
Casting
is.
time, one action. Sword beam. Enters the spell area for the first time, or starts its turn there.
Oh, it's asking me what level to cast it at, that's why. There we go.
Oh, it's a Constitution save. Ooh. God damn it. You know the more.
Roll really low.
I would rather not.
Yeah, he did not.
Yeah.
Damn. The fucking bears, man.
Oh.
Bears.
Dub errors.
He
I think
actually.
does he still
he
take
fails.
damage? Cool. Why?
God damn it! I really thought that.
He turned into a person, a stick figure.
Yeah.
It turned into a person,
It turned into a...
but not a fucking stick figure. God damn everything! I thought I'd put this asshole.
into an unused
I thought I'd
profile.
put this asshole on here already. So, those of you on Twitch, because Twitch is not working proper, because Roll20 is being weird, you guys can actually see the DM screen. So I'm hoping that my players are behaving themselves and not looking too much. Did I not make a fucking token
Totally
for
not.
this guy?
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
I've had it for so long and never had the chance to use it.
Until you see a giant bear, you're like, you know what this thing needs? Moonbeam.
That'll fix his little red wagon. Why is it always red?
Just cuz.
Fine. I'm not fucking around with this right this second. What you see is Declan.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh.
Everyone else is going,
Why do you have to bust?
oh!
What are you doing
And Igor's
here?
just leveling another
you
crossbow.
have to bust in like that? Hey, don't do that. Don't shoot at him. I
So
don't
for a
think,
moment, you
minute.
see that he's catching his breath, and he says, "I don't know what happened. I came through the doors, and I thought you were all enemies."
Well, so did we. So sorry.
Yeah.
He says, "It's okay. All you did was hurt the bear."
Are you done?
Yes. No. There's. No,
Can we help you? What
he
happened?
says,
What are you doing here?
"Ashlyn, you've been lost for 6 months."
I've been here for 2 days.
No.
I
Have
knew
the
there was something
fairies
weird about
addled
that
you
snow.
so much that you can't tell time anymore? I knew they were up to
He
something.
looks at you. He's like, "Man, you're snarky."
Igor's gonna come over to Ashlyn and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am. Do you need my assistance anymore? Can I go back to the tea?"
No, please do not shoot him. T sounds fantastic.
Wonderful. Tea for 1 additional. Yes, ma'am. You call me if you need anything. And then Igor's gonna go back to the tea.
Ashlyn, this is what I was talking about with the snow. I think some magic must have happened here.
Well,
Like,
given that Vlad has disappeared, we have new friends in his, I hope, in his place, and the dragon orb has shattered. Yes. But Declan, what are you doing here? Oh, right, looking for us.
Mm-hmm.
And well, we're here.
He looks at the elven woman, and the elven woman looks at him and he goes, "We need to talk away from all these elves."
Gladly.
So I'm actually going to. I do not have a wait screen for you guys at the moment, so we're just gonna away from the elves. He says,
They're incredibly racist.
"The elves." So you guys wander over here. He looks over at you guys and he says, "Look, I have been waiting for some time to see exactly where it was that your quest was taking you. There are things Ashlyn doesn't know that I think it's time she starts to know.
Cryptic.
I haven't seen you in 40 years.
Me?
You.
I haven't seen you ever until a week ago.
One minute. Did you say 40 years?
Yes.
you mean for all of us or just for her?
Just her.
Oh, okay. He's like 6 months then 40 years.
Like, that's problematic for some of us.
Magni does not have super high int, but he knows that math is weird.
He says, "Look, do you understand how time works differently in different planes?"
Yes.
He looks at Gregor. "Yes, you're a wizard. Fancy pants."
I think it is the
stereotyping.
hat.
Yeah.
That is stereotyping. It's not good.
He says, "My father-in-law had one of those staffs." I don't know. I haven't seen him in a long time. Time functions differently in different planes of existence. Excellent. I have been lost for what felt like 100 years, was only actually 40 years, and only caused me to age 1 year. All on the
You look good for 40 years older than you should be.
all on the same page now. I think that you all were in another plane of existence also.
In our defense, Master. Yes, that's definitely possible. T.
I mean, we've already gone to different planes. We went to the realm of Surtur. That's a completely different area.
Igor's handing out tea at this point.
Declan actually takes the tea and very delicately drinks
Thank
it.
you, Igor.
Of course, sir. I know how you enjoy your tea, Master. You don't have to tell me.
So Declan looks at you all and he says, "Separate plane of existence. The Cult of Winter has been getting worse.
Evidently.
While you've been gone, the Elven Councilman has mobilized an Elven army on Brynhalla.
I knew we should have killed him.
He looks at you and he says, "Yes, you probably should have killed him."
Nobody listens to me.
From now on, we kill everyone we say we should kill.
Your blade, has it been speaking to you?
Oh, yes. I don't want to talk about it in front of everyone. It was weird.
At this point, Gregor, this is the first time that the attention has been called to it. You see that her sword is particular. Please give me a knowledge arcana check. Yes, you can. And you will.
Sergio, can you like scoot to your probably your left because you keep like phasing out of your
He's in
screen
the bottom right corner.
and making two of you. It's wild. Oh, that's why. Okay, never mind. That's very cool.
You were expressly forbidden from speaking at the fair. Okay. You are not. You are slightly.
You're going the wrong way.
You're now both. You're now on. You're now not in the middle at all, but on both sides.
I think it adds to the
That's
allure
fine.
of being
So
a
with a
wizard.
15 Arcana, you know that it is a powerful magical sword of elven make, but you don't know anything more than that, and that's fine. That's good enough. Okay, I lost my thread for a second. Of elven make, but nothing more. Right, nothing like that. Nothing of that nature yet.
Also, Sergio, I sent you some things in Discord, by the way. Not
All
just
right.
yet. We're waiting another session.
Please wait more than one session. I'm just starting to get the thread of where things are going. Declan says, "Are you done here?"
No.
Well, no.
Super old.
The priestess was going to help us fix Kasim.
Yeah.
He's very old now. I don't know if you noticed.
He looks at Kasim and his eyes suddenly go wide. He's like, "No, I thought you were only gone 6 months. How long were you gone?"
No, we
years.
were only gone
Yeah.
6 months. Someone screamed at him, then he
Yeah.
became very old. It was not
I
pleasant.
saw my life flash before my eyes.
It's like you two did the opposites. He got
He-
really old really fast, and you got really young over a long period of time.
As
I thought it
Igor's
was
handing
funny.
Kasim his cup, he's gonna be like, "Oh, that's a very nasty cup, sir. I don't think I'm good enough yet to get rid of it, but soon, eventually, I might."
I appreciate the intention, however. Thank you very much.
Greater restoration.
Greater restoration.
I already have lesser restoration, so, but actually, I think that will.
Actually, the ghost power specifically says it has to be greater restoration.
Oh well,
Yeah.
F that curse.
Yes. This was
Problem
wonders
solved.
for most things, but the arthritis is not quite.
Poor Kasim with arthritis. All right, so regardless, Declan says, "I will meet you at Granny's house. Finish what you have to do here. We have much to discuss."
All right, then.
Have we and Granny gotten there yet?
Yes, actually, at this point, Delvin and Granny walk in.
So Igor
Hello.
was by the fire.
Again.
When they walked in, Igor was at the door, handing them tea.
Okay. More tea for everybody. tea for
Highly
everybody.
improved hospitality.
Also, no one knows how he got from point A to point B.
So here's the interesting part. The 5 of you are all dealing with this. Meanwhile, the Banshee is just like looking around, like we were negotiating.
Yeah, that's pretty much where beeline with Granny in tow to the formerly
Okay,
crazy.
so
lady.
as you guys walk up, the Banshee flies past you and takes Granny in her arms and hugs her. And Granny says, "You brought back her mind. How?"
Broke the stone thing might have worked.
Very carefully. The dragon orb is broken.
Evidently, something happened that we did not do.
She thinks Ogmagny did it. We don't think Ogmagny did it.
I think Ogmagny did it.
We really do not think Ogmagny
Ogmagny
did
likes
it.
to think he did it.
100%.
Oh my god!
With my
right
hammer.
when Colin said, "I think Ogmagny did it," it like super zoomed in on his face.
It knows what to do.
As
that was.
as I'm
Yeah,
handing
man,
out
I guess
Magni his cup of tea, you did wonderfully, Thoth, shattering that orb. Very
What
good
is
job.
this?
This is tea, sir. Would you prefer mead? I have a bag in the back.
Kind of sips it. Ooh, I'm good. It's not coffee, so.
Leaf water.
Leaf water. There's no alcohol in this.
Not bean
Ah.
water.
Pours it.
Igor, as you're looking at all this, you see that the orb pieces are on the ground. Do you have detect magic or anything like that that might help you?
I'm honestly not sure.
I have detect magic. That help?
Yes.
Surprisingly, no.
Okay, cool.
Though I do have I am an expert with tools, because I decided to just go artificer all the way.
Oh, I like it. Cool. So none of you know. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you guys one Hail Mary. Gregor, give me a Knowledge Arcana check. All the pressure.
Everything
Oh, heck
hinges
it
on this.
Otherwise, I have
I
to
can
come up
also
with
give you
another...
those.
You don't actually know. If you guys fail... If you fail this, I'm going to have to think of something.
Nice.
Thank you. You look at the orb, and you are 100% certain that this is not an orb of Dragonkind. You studied different artifacts.
Alright.
That you took an entire class in the Magical University, artifacts and where to find them. And you know that this is not an orb of Dragonkind. She dropped she had picked up some, and then she saw her granny.
She is
and
not
dropped
very good
them,
at picking
and-
things up.
I agree.
Because of how it is.
Yes, I agree.
So,
100%
with a 25, with some more inspection, you see that it is an orb of mind control.
Oh,
Oh, well then.
you're correct. sir.
So, by breaking this orb, Ogmagny freed her from mind control.
Oh god.
Ogmagny did not break the orb. It was
Ogmagny broke this orb.
probably
that
the
was
spell
controlling this
that
poor, unfortunate ghost
brought
woman.
Gregor and Igor here and took Vlad away.
Nah, they weren't here when it happened. It kind of happened at the same time. I did hit it with the hammer, and when you hit things with hammers, they break.
You didn't hit it with the hammer. You hit the dragon with the hammer.
The dragon.
Ashlyn turns around to
count
Gregor
that.
and says, "What should we do with this orb of mind control?
But it's broken.
I mean, it's bird. Do we need to dispose of it? Do we need to?"
As you guys are kind of
Something
chatting
to be
back
done
and
with the
forth,
pieces?
the Banshee kind of floats up, and she says, "If that's an orb of mind control, where is the orb of Dragonkind?"
I did not take it.
Where did you get your orb originally?
Well,
Kasim like eyes Delvin like to the side, like makes eye contact, and just kind of goes like,
Oh no!
Open your bag.
no, does not say a word. He kind of goes like,
and he gets a little head shake. I'll give him the head shake.
Kasim like kind of like signs like, if you do see it though.
How much does that
Yeah,
cost?
she says,
we might start.
"We have always had one, and it was kept here in the temple because only those of pure heart can control its magic. If someone without pure heart would go,
Now doing his around the room, staring at things thing that he does.
they would go mad." And Granny looks at the Banshee and she says, "Well, in addition to you going mad, which we all thought meant that you weren't actually as pure heart as you pretended to be.
Wow, rude.
That husband
Poor
that
thing.
you brought from Tir na Nog has also gone mad.
Where does no one mentioned a husband?
Yeah, he was in the other.
Or
He was on the other
Tiernanog.
side. It was the other castle part or whatever it was.
Did she really say that, or did you just make
No,
that
no,
up?
no. He's absolutely 100% correct. There was two roads. One led this
Oh, he
way,
was-
one led the other way.
And we went this way because we needed
Right,
her, not
yeah.
him.
Yeah, we wanted to do this part first, and we're gonna cut over and go and talk to him. You know, aggressively talk to him.
Yeah, I'm kind of wandering around doing the investigating
Alright,
There is
thing.
give me
no
an
reason to
investigation roll.
assume that he is hostile.
Yeah, it's Tierna Nog.
She says, I will tell you what. You have saved me from my mind control. I will undo this fine Babylonian gentleman's aging.
Emphasis on the fine. Because I'm like fine.
However,
No emphasis on the gentleman.
None.
None.
I require you to see what exactly is going on with my husband.
You realize that this may turn him into a husband, right?
Jeez. I hate
Yeah?
you for that one. I really do.
That was really
No,
good.
no.
This is how they
That
deal with
was
stuff.
I
that
appreciate
was
that.
gold.
The dad powers are strong.
He's
The dad
becoming
powers
one
are
of us,
strong.
Rurik.
This is how they deal with things, right? Like this is how we work.
All
A
right.
husband.
They're not big on question asking.
She says, if there's no way to free him from his madness, then we must free all of us from his corruption.
So, do we think he has the orb of dragonkind?
Yes. Granny looks at you and she
Okay.
says, bad enough that forest-picking, brownie-loving elf from the wrong side of the canal has the orb. I'll die before I let you take it to that blue-skinned dark elf that sent you here in the first place.
No one's taking it to the blue-skinned dark elf. I thought we established this.
I'm feeling there's some sort of rivalry here.
Animosity. Well, it's because he's not very nice.
Wait, isn't he
Clearly.
the one? Isn't he the one that just betrayed everybody and like has an elf army
Well,
now?
he's
Yes.
the one that we
Yes,
should have
we
killed.
absolutely.
Yeah. So yes, I was.
no,
Yeah.
dislike him a lot.
I was gonna try to get him on our side or whatever it is. Like, nah, that.
No,
No,
we
no,
all
no,
said
no.
that was a terrible idea.
No, not anymore. No, he's definitely looking like a nail, and I got a hammer. So
I'm so glad you've seen sense after he's proven that he's worthless.
I like it.
elf bones go wreck.
I imagine they go think.
It's like when you drop,
So at this
porcelain.
point, the elven woman begins to chant, holy light washes over Kasim, and he is no longer old Kasim, he is now regular Kasim.
Yay!
Oh,
No, I thought the gray and the white looked really distinguished.
I got
on you.
old
Oh,
too,
thank
but
you.
it
There we
just
go.
doesn't really matter as much for me.
It does not.
One gray
Before
hair.
everyone
Brown.
gets excited about running away together, Ashlyn would like to talk to the priestess
Okay.
alone, or with Grandma, whatever. That's fine.
just so you know, I'm still going to make old man jokes.
That's fine.
Not have any other way.
Also, while that's going
Kasim's
on,
geriatric jokes.
Hold on,
Uh,
one at a time. One at a time, one at a time, one at a time.
I don't-
What are you doing, Ashlyn?
You're throwing away or eating, right? Okay.
Ashlyn wants to know why her mother's voice is speaking to her through the sword. It's really weird. Because her first thought would be that she's crazy.
She is.
Thanks.
So you ask the Banshee, who's the owner of the sword, or who was the owner of the sword at one point.
That,
Was.
do I need to mute myself?
That was a little loud, but we only heard the one, and then she stopped.
Okay.
We're good.
One and done.
She looks at you and she goes, our people call those Starbrander. Starblades. Your people call them Jan Galak. Moonblades. What they are is ancestral swords, and each wielder inscribes upon it a power that speaks to them and of who they were. The blade itself is sentient and can occasionally speak with the knowledge of its past wielders. She points at it, and the last rune on it, she says, "This says Nira. And if you're as young as you look, that would be your mother's rune." She says, "Do you read Elven?"
Working on it.
I can't remember if I think she reads an Elven dialect, but it's not.
Okay.
She can't read the
So
sword.
she tells you, Nira, Kuran, Sirdan, Baramag, and Lewin are the wielders of your sword. And when you have mastered the sword, you'll be able to add your name to it. Does this make sense, dearie?
Yes. How do I make it do the things that other people have made it do?
So, she says, "You're a half-breed."
Can we find another word for this? It's
Mudblood.
really
How's
not
that sound?
nice.
She says,
Marginally
so
better.
she says you need to first get it to accept you as its wielder. After that, you'll have to earn the respect of each of the previous wielders, and that will activate the powers in turn. She says,
Okay.
I imagine that one of the things you had to do was a task for the elven people to show that you are honestly an elven defender, regardless of the human blood running through your veins.
All right, we're making progress on politeness. Yes, and they wanted me to do something with a moonstone, which I have in my backpack.
Give me the moonstone.
Okay. Just pull it out of the backpack.
She takes the moonstone.
Hand it over.
And she...
The backpack is much lighter now?
It is not. She takes the moonstone and she screams the banshee scream into it, and it shatters into dust.
Oh.
She begins to chant over it, and she goes, "Hold the blade out. If you are not worthy, the blade will turn against you. Are you ready?"
Oh. Yes?
And she blows the moonstone dust over you. You see around you 6 elven forms.
Can I borrow your sword?
6 elven forms surround you, one of which you recognize as your mother, who you saw recently.
Thanks.
I like that you had a sword nearby to borrow. And the blade begins to glow blue. A wave of light passes over you, and it becomes lighter. And your sword is now a +1 enchantment and has finesse, which we've always given it finesse, but now it has a +1 enchantment.
Hell yeah.
The other, at this point, your mother's spirit smiles to you, and she says, "We'll talk more later." The second spirit, an elven man in full plate armor, walks up and he says, "I am uncertain that you deserve the blessing of my power yet. However, I heard that you were dealing with dark elves. And as such,
Yes.
I will give it to you a little earlier than expected." So the blade again glows blue, and he says, "Now, whenever a dark elf is near you, you'll feel a buzzing in the back of your head."
Sweet. Dark elf senses.
Check Dark Elves.
It also gives you the power War Leader, which I have to, again, find so that I can tell you what it is. I will need to get my DMG, but I'm not going to do that right this second. I will tell you later, because I should have written it down, but I'm a jackass.
Hold on, I need to write down
It's called
War Leader?
It's War Leader and Sentinel Dark Elves.
I'm just writing it down in the chat so I don't
Okay,
forget.
So those are your new powers. I will. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to update your character sheet with the +1 enchantment on it. And you have now finally unlocked your sword after 30 sessions.
Hey, it's a good
Good
sword.
30 seconds.
All right. So now, what is it that you guys want to do next?
Go murder the other. Go help the other elf.
Yeah, we should definitely go and talk to him very aggressively.
Yeah, go rob. Help him.
Yeah.
Have I found any while I've been wandering around?
Actually, every time you go and wander too far in one direction or another, a banshee pops out of. Jesus, I rolled for your sword and crit with it. I hate your sword. I don't know why you roll so well with it.
Because it's for me.
As you're wandering around, like every time you go near some of the gemstones or filigree or whatever, a banshee kind of like pops out of the wall and does one of these at you.
Mm.
And then you back up and it backs up.
Well, while all that other stuff is going on, I have a quick question about Ogmagni's armor.
Okay.
I know that in your world it's technically considered magical. It's not magical for 5e sakes, and a thing that I want to do to it can't be done to magical equipment.
Yes, you can enchant it with your artificer abilities.
Beautiful.
It counts as a magic item for the purposes of me as a DM counting that I'm giving you guys enough magic items.
So, Ogmagni, as everyone else is having this conversation, Igor's kind of just like getting really handsy with your armor and be like,
Hey,
if you tighten this a little bit, and then he takes out a little hammer and
don't.
starts doing this, that, and the other.
I'm gonna physically grab him and pick him up away like a child. Like, what are you doing?
I'm just making things better, sir. Trust me. Give me 2 minutes.
don't
2 minutes.
no,
5
no,
minutes,
no,
sir.
no,
Just 5
no,
minutes, and I'll make it all better.
no,
You have some.
no,
Did you know it was
no.
scratched in the back?
Oh,
I can
no,
feel that.
no,
Are you sure?
no.
But
no,
it's if
no.
you tighten the.
I'm gonna walk him over to Gregory or
Gregor.
I'm sorry, yeah. Gregor, like, can you take your thing back, please?
Master, tell him that I can make that better.
No, you don't.
Take the cross.
This is not just
Just let it
art,
happen.
this is religious peace to
It
me.
is.
This is from the great.
Yeah.
This is from the great hero Sigurd.
Yeah.
You do not touch it, please.
Guarantee you, Sigurd didn't
not
want
touch-
that to look
not
that
touch
way.
it. Not touch it.
So hold on, real quick. Igor, go ahead and give me a charisma roll.
Yay. I only have negatives on that, so it's fine. 17! Not
Okay,
bad.
so Ogmagni, he begins to look at you and he says, "Sir, I need to care for your armor, just like any proper hero would have someone to do it for them."
If one piece, if one buckle, if one lash is misplaced, I'm going to throw you through the wall.
So he finishes. Ogmagni, you feel really guilty.
Yeah.
Because he finishes up and the armor feels like it was built for you. You now have a, what is it? It's a +1 armor, right, Stewie?
Yeah. I give him +1 to the armor.
So you're like, oh, I didn't realize that's where that strap went. And it's shiny and he conditioned the buckles and stuff.
Maybe the next time some strange little man wants to touch you, you should let him.
I'm never gonna let you touch me. Never let you touch
No,
me.
I don't want to touch you. No, thank you.
Hey, look, I'm.
Hard pass.
Thank you.
Unless you
but
pay, in which case, then yes.
Okay. I'm
All right,
sorry
so
for being
what is it?
rude to people, man. And I'm gonna pat Igor on the head like I'm sorry.
I didn't mean it. That's actually perfectly acceptable way for that to go. So, with that all being said, how is it that you guys want to proceed?
Well, we need to go talk to the priestess's husband.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
Are you guys doing
Yes.
any sort of preparation? Are you guys asking any questions about the husband and what might be? Or
I'm gonna sit Granny down
Yeah.
and get the tea. Like, just like we had our little conversation about the other guy. I mean, about her.
so the granny looks at you and she says, "My daughter decided that in all of Alfheim and the Nordic lands there was not a single elf prince worthy of her. And so she traveled to Tir na Nog and imported one. And that's how we ended up where we are."
I see nothing wrong with this.
What are the differences? And basically just kind of like trying to chat her up and find out what the difference is between Tyr and Nog elves, because I wouldn't know, and our elves.
So realistically,
I'm a
there's no.
Tir na Nog elf.
Hey man, I've
You're
seen
only
90
half
Day
of your
Fiance. I
stuff.
know how this ends.
Wow.
So the reality is that there's
You too,
no
Delvin?
actual difference in the way that they
Really?
work. They look a little different. They're culturally a little different, but for the most part, they have the same stats. Elves from Tir na Nog are for D&D people, right? So that we know. Elves from Tir na Nog are
What else?
Eladrin,
High elves.
Eladrin, and elves from the Nordlands are high elves.
Okay.
So the elves from Tir na Nog have that whole season thing going for them. You know, they're born. They're really big into the zodiacs.
They're fancy and pretty.
Yeah.
Extra fancy and pretty.
Yes, extra fancy. Extra fancy. They are more attached to the Feywild, which is what Tir na Nog itself is. And then depending on what season they're from, they get certain personality traits and whatnot.
Do we know?
So she tells you
What-
that
what
he's a winter elf. Otherwise, he would have never agreed to come up this way.
A winter.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody want to try and do a knowledge history to see what they know? Those of you from the Celtic lands can roll with advantage, except for Ashlyn, who will roll with disadvantage, because everything you know is a lie.
Ouch. I only know what I have been told.
That's okay, so does Ogmagny. Ogmagny only knows...
Yeah.
See, you only know what you've been told. Ogmagny only knows what he's been told by you.
Yeah. Those
All
are some
right.
mean elves, right, Ashley?
Holy shit, Ashlyn. You were paying attention to Lager's journal.
Ashlyn does a lot of eavesdropping.
So, a winter elf... So all Eladrin have the ability to Fey Step, which is essentially a Misty Step. Winter elves, when they pop out, they frighten the person that they come out next to. They're spooky.
They are spooky.
Was it?
You also know that winter elves are the elves the Sheen most likely to go to the Unseelie Court, which makes them the evilest of the good elves.
There's good elves.
Igor's gonna also go over to Kasim and hand him a special drink.
Okay.
Well, I think it might go.
Would you like a little pick me up, sir?
Yes. I never say no to strangers handing me drinks. I am joking. I always say no to strangers. What is in this?
This is a special concoction, sir. Really revitalizes one.
So it's
That's how.
I could use that.
I
I got a
freaking
bear
forget.
bite on me.
coffee.
It's like coffee, sir. Yes.
Coffee?
It's more like. Have you ever heard of Splot from the old country? It's a lot like Splot.
Well, I don't know what it is about you, my good man, but something about your person makes me want to throw all caution to the wind and trust you blindly. And Kasim just shotguns that shit.
All right. Well, Kasim gains Bear's endurance, and he also gains 9 temporary HP for the next hour.
Fantastic.
Sweet.
And I'm also gonna do a quick focus on Ogmagny
I was
It
gonna
seems
ask
like
advantage on this.
That's just great.
Declan's still
By the way, I
there,
have
right?
advantage on that.
Declan left.
Oh, I thought he was still
Oh
there.
no, right,
Alright.
because Granny came to you guys. So yes, Declan is around.
So, before Declan leaves, first of all, awesome fight. I'd love to keep doing it. But you did kind of bite me in the head. Could you know,
He casts.
make it not bleed so much?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. He's gonna
Just
cast
take a
Cure.
nap and you'll feel better.
He doesn't even have to. Like, Igor comes over.
No. He doesn't.
puts
I
a
don't want you to
poultice
waste.
on his
Don't
head.
waste your. Don't waste your spells on it.
No?
Also, 3's
I don't
not
have-
gonna do
it's-
anything. He
So
nailed
it's not
me.
3. It says 3. It's actually
Okay,
a 17.
But Declan
So you're
save that. That's why he was saying that. That's why I was gonna go and do this with Declan.
Yeah, definitely save your things. Declan has. Declan has some spells.
Hey, he's at least a druid because he can turn into a bear, so he can at least do.
Actually, here you go. Declan hands you
Oh, there we go.
fucking 10 good berries.
Oh, just puts them all in his look.
Oh,
All in his face at once.
As one does.
And,
that is the proper way to handle good berries.
Yep.
Igor's gonna have a long, hard look at Delvin.
Okay.
A long, hard look and be like, And then he's gonna reach into his little bag and take out a vial and be like, I think you need this. Here you are.
Delvin now has a thing.
If you want a little spring in your step, sir, just go ahead and pop that for a second. It'll give you a little boost.
Delvin's saving it. Delvin's a wise man. All right. So you
Delvin
guys.
does the typical SCA, somebody gave me a drink, pretend to sip it type thing, and puts it in his pocket.
Okay.
In 24 hours, it becomes inert. Just so you know.
So you guys, I am actually moving your screens over to a new spot. For those of you watching, this new map, as pretty as it is by D&D David from Patreon.com. Very, very pretty. He offered it on one of the many, many, many map Reddits that I follow. And, you know, he tagged it, so I appreciate that. But we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to call it here rather than getting into this next fight. So you guys walk back through the town. You get up to the throne room. You're crunching through the snow. And as you walk up to the throne room, you see over in the distance a fully armored elven ghost and 3 minions of his. But that is exactly where we're going to end this. You see that he's got a dog and 2 other ghosts. So those of you watching, sorry so much for all of the ridiculous technical issues and whatnot that we had going on here. I appreciate you guys sticking with us throughout the show. We will be back next Monday at 8 p.m. with the continuation of this particular storyline, and certain Dark Elf gets his comeuppance.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get the
night,
treatment, all right.
I'm making
Kasim and Ogmagny can just hold him, and then Ashley can just punch him in the face over and over.
I'm making everyone ethereal from now on, or octopodes, so you cannot grapple them.
Wow, rude.
Slimes, all slimes.
All slimes, all the time. Tomorrow night will be Territory War with Conqueror's Blade and the Unfortunate Sons. It promises to be interesting after what's been going on today. Thursday night will be more Conqueror's Blade. Saturday night we will not be here, unlike our normal Conqueror's Blade things. And then next Monday will be more Land of Ice and Snow. Keep following us. If you like what you see, please follow. That's how we can work towards additional sponsors and whatnot. And keep an eye out, because soon I will be doing a video for Raid Shadow Legends, because they offered me money. And that's how we do it.
Cool.
Raid
That's how that
Shadow
works.
Legends.
And that's how that works. So, as always, thank you guys very much, and good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.